British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Hello and welcome. I'm Keone Mo with your 11 a.m. news update. A shooting has claimed the life of a man in Burnaby. In a statement from Burnaby RCMP, they say officers responded to shots fired at 6:30 p.m. and discovered the victim. They believe the shooting near McKay Avenue and Kingsborough Street may have been targeted with no public safety risk. Officers found a nearby vehicle on fire and are investigating if the incidents are connected. The case is now with the province's Integrated Homicide Investigation Team. The Supreme Court of Canada has dismissed the final appeal by Universal Ostrich Farms. The farm was ordered to cull more than 300 birds after an avian flu outbreak. The cull will now go ahead with no other avenues for appeal by the farm. One expert says she is cautiously optimistic that the latest federal budget will spur business investment in Canada that will support growth and productivity. Canadian press reporter Rob Westgate says Rachel Sampson, Vice President of Research at the Institute for Research on Public Policy, figures the budget will have a positive impact on investment.
Sampson says lagging productivity growth is one of the challenges the Canadian economy faces, but the planned tax incentives should make a difference.
By encouraging businesses to adopt new technologies and to increase their investments in machinery and equipment and things like that.
The budget plan also includes new tax credits, including productivity super deduction, allowing businesses to write off a larger share of new capital investments.
AP correspondent Karen Chalmers reports on a deadly storm that's heading towards Vietnam.
After battering the Philippines, deadly Typhoon Kalmegi is moving towards Vietnam. A beach was littered with debris after the deadly typhoon battered the central Philippines, causing severe flooding. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. declared a state of emergency after Typhoon Kalmegi left at least 114 people dead and more than 100 missing in central provinces. The typhoon's onslaught displaced more than 560,000 villagers, including nearly 450,000 who were evacuated to emergency shelters. On Thursday, authorities in Vietnam, meanwhile, braced as Kalmegi approached. Vietnam's aviation authority issued a storm alert. Several airlines cancelled local flights as the typhoon moved closer to landfall. I'm Karen Shamas.
The U.S. government shutdown is now the longest in the country's history. President Donald Trump is trying to change the rules of the Senate and eliminate the filibuster to bypass Democrats and pass a spending bill with a simple majority vote. But Senate Republicans say they don't have the votes. Reporter Nicole D'Antonio has more.
Democrats, boosted by their wins on election night, say it's time for Republicans to negotiate health insurance premiums at the center of the shutdown drama. Democrats swept all key races Tuesday night by promising to address the high cost of living.
The biggest problem is Republicans don't talk about it. They don't talk about the word affordability, and the Democrats lie about it.
President Trump on Fox News last night spoke about high prices.
People around the world looking up at the sky last night and again tonight will be able to get a closer than average look at the moon. The full moon this month is a supermoon. York University professor and physicist Jesse Rogerson explains why it's so bright.
If the moon happens to be full at the same time that it's at its closest, at perigee to us, if it's full and close to us, then it'll be a full moon that's physically bigger in our sky. Its apparent size will be bigger. We call that a supermoon.
The life of a young professional football player has come to a tragic and confusing end. Jim Ryan reports.
Marshawn Kneeland's pro football career was just dawning. The Dallas Cowboys defensive end scored his first NFL touchdown in Monday night's game against the Arizona Cardinals when he returned a blocked punt. Last night, Texas troopers tried to stop a car on the Dallas North Tollway, but eventually gave up the pursuit. That same car was later found, crashed and abandoned. Police searched the area and found the body of Marshawn Kneeland. He had died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was 24. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
This was Keone Mo for BCIT News, and these were your news updates for 11 a.m.
The hands-on part of the program is the main thing that drew me to the program, and it's the main thing that I'm taking away from this program. There's no experience like just being able to go out and practice and do the work, and been able to do that both here in the newsroom, out on the internships, multiple internships that I've been able to go on, and I think it'll serve me very well.